Perhaps you've seen one of these, or even own one. Well, for those who don't know, this structure is known as a pergola, and pergolas provide shelter over an entertaining space, or just simply a space to relax. But have you ever wondered, how are pergolas built? Or what's the physics behind it? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining just that. Let's start off with the constructing of a pergola. Well, you must identify how a pergola looks like. So here you can see the side view, which makes the pergola look table-like, but through the top view you can see that there's no actual table part to the top. It's more just like a grid. So let's take a look at the top view, where you can see this squares being the posts and the lines wrapping around them known as bearers, and each line going across is known as a joist. There's a post, there's a joist, and there's a bearer. So you know that you need 4 bearers, 4 posts, but for the joist there's a certain formula for that. So let's see the calculations. Starting off with we have to see the length, the width, and the height of a pergola. Length being 2.3 meters, height 2.3, and the width 2.4 meters. This is just an example. So let's start off with the whole base of this. If you were to make a pergola freestanding, it'd have a really high chance of falling over. That's why we dig holes in the ground, add concrete, and insert the posts for extra support. So here's a closer look at the concrete, where the post is inserted in. Now this has volume to it, right? And there's 4 holes that we need to make. And for the example, we'll have 0.3 meters, 0.3 meters, 0.7 meters times 4 being 0.252 meters cubed. That's how much concrete you will need if there weren't any posts. However, there are posts, and the post being 0.7, 0.1, 0.1 meters, which ends up at 0.007 meters cubed. So the total concrete we'll be needing will be 0.224 meters cubed. Now I'm just going to keep that up here so we know what's going on. Now moving on to the posts, where each post is, we're going to have 4 posts, and we know that the height is basically the post length, which is 2.3 meters, and the hole depth is what we've dug before. So that's 0.7. So we need 2.3 plus 0.7, which is 3 meters. So posts we need is 3 meters times 4 because we have 4 posts. Now if you look at the bearers, which is basically the thing that surrounds the post, which holds the joist. So it's basically the width plus the overhang times 4, which is 2.4. Oh, and the overhang is what is left above, which we'll count 0.3 times 4. So that's 2.7 times 4. That's basically the length of our bearers. Now the number of joists, which is going to be if we look at it, joists are the things that go over top the bearers and posts, which gives it sort of that whole grid look and connects both freestanding structures together. Now we need to calculate basically the distance from the furthest bearers over the joist spacing plus 1. We need that plus 1 because it's basically the extra one on the end. So it's 2.4 over 0.3 plus 1, which is 9. That's the number of joists we'll be needing. Now if we look at the length of our joist, we need to find out the width plus the overhang times 9 because there's 9 pieces. So 2.4 plus 0.3 times 9. That's basically the length of our joists. Now I'm just gonna round up the concrete because we always need a little bit more. It's nice to have extra. So with our posts are going to be 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 300 centimeters. Our bearers 15 by 5 by 270. Oh yeah, and times 4 for both of those. And our joists also 15 by 5 by 270, but this time times 9. That's basically the dimensions for our parts. Now in terms of actually building, we must dig holes, insert concrete and the posts for the structure, and then add the bearers along the posts. And our bearers can have different endings depending on which one you'd like most. Now our joists must go over top, and they basically go over top the bearers and the posts, sort of the two extra freestandings there are, and we have 9 of those. And so that's basically the construction of pergolas. Hopefully you get an opportunity to relax under these simple yet life-changing structures.